What's the worst, I hate to break it to you moment you had with someone? My coworker Tyler was convinced he was about to get promoted to team lead. For months, he'd been acting like he already had the job, giving everyone unsolicited advice and basically treating the rest of us like we worked under him. The thing is, Tyler wasn't even close to being the best candidate. He constantly missed deadlines, took credit for other people's work, and had this habit of throwing teammates under the bus whenever something went wrong. But somehow, he'd convinced himself he was a shoo-in. It all started when our actual team lead, Maria, announced she was transferring to another department. The day after her announcement, Tyler started referring to himself as interim lead, even though no one had given him that title. He even changed his email signature to include acting team supervisor. During meetings, he'd interrupt people mid-sentence to redirect the conversation or suggest we table that discussion for later. He started assigning tasks to people like he had authority, which was honestly just embarrassing to watch. The worst part was how he treated Sarah, our newest team member. Every time she had a question, Tyler would swoop in with this condescending tone, explaining things she already knew or giving her completely wrong information. When she'd try to correct him, he'd dismiss her with, "I think I know what I'm talking about." Meanwhile, the rest of us were actually doing the work. I was covering Tyler's missed assignments, Lisa was fixing his mistakes, and Tom was basically doing damage control with clients who were frustrated with Tyler's attitude. Tyler spent weeks bragging about his upcoming promotion to anyone who would listen. He started researching management training courses and even mentioned looking at bigger apartments since he'd be making more money soon. He told people in other departments that he was basically already running the team. One afternoon, he pulled me aside and said, "When I'm officially promoted, I'm thinking about restructuring the whole team, maybe moving some people around." The confidence in his voice was unreal. He even started practicing what he called his acceptance speech for when management announced his promotion. I saw him rehearsing it in the break room, talking to himself about being honored and ready to lead. The delusion reached its peak when Tyler scheduled a pre-promotion celebration dinner with his girlfriend and invited the whole team. Most of us made excuses not to go, but he seemed to think we were just being modest about celebrating his success. About 3 weeks into this nightmare, our manager called a team meeting. Tyler walked in with this huge grin, practically bouncing in his chair. He'd even worn his best suit that day and brought a notebook to take notes on his new responsibilities. Our manager started talking about the leadership transition and how important it was to have someone reliable in the role.